Hi guys, welcome back. It is Thursday, the 26th of January. I am on Abingdon Street and Queen Street, and we're looking right now at the Blackpool Central Library, and as you can see there are heritage works in progress. I'm going to take a look at this picture here. I'm guessing this is going to be complete, historically sympathetic restore, refurb. It's going to look really cool when it's done. I think that's the same firm that did the Woolworths building on the prom, if I remember correctly. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments, but the Promenade Woolworths looks fantastic, so hopefully this building will too. I used to love the library as a little kid. I remember when we were about 8 or 9 at school and we all got given our library cards. Well, we got given little notes to take home for our parents to sign up so we could get our own library cards. And the door there, what I'm going to show you on this side, that used to be the entrance to the children's library. So we all went in there with our school once we'd got our little permission slips and our library cards signed, and we all went in there, went to browse the books, and then after that we could pretty much just come down on our own. But I much preferred the adult library as well. I mean, the kids library was great, some great kids books, but there's a lot of books that I like to read that were in the adult side of the library. Because I remember when I was really tiny, we had a teacher at school and he was reading us Jane Eyre, and he'd read like a chapter every couple of days, but I was kind of impatient, so I went to the library and was able to get the book out so I could read it in one go. Of course it kind of spoiled the reading at school because I knew what was coming next, but yeah, I always loved to read as a little kid, and I do love to read as an adult. It's kind of weird. When I was little I did nothing but read, and my reading materials varied greatly because I love comics. The kids comics, like I used to read Bunty and Judy and Mandy and Ginty, and my favourite comic was Misty, which was pretty much a horror comic for little girls. Plenty of boys read it too, but it was marketed to young girls. Like, and you'd get 8 and 9-year-olds reading what were really horror stories, and some of them were really quite scary. I've read Misty comics as an adult and I'm thinking, wow, I really liked that as a kid, but it was great because it was marketed towards kids. That's where all these comics were, but they weren't patronising or condescending. They didn't dumb things down. They told proper stories and you were expected to read them and understand them. So yeah, I like comics, but I also like the older classic books. We had a few books at home, like we had Heidi. I read that when I was really young, and we had the Water Babies, and I did enjoy that, although it was a little bit tough for me to get through when I was 6 or 7. I did struggle with that one a bit. And also I read Robinson Crusoe. I tried to read it when I was really young, and that was also a bit tough for me, so I read it again when I was older, like 8 or 9, and I was better with it then. So yeah, I would read anything. I would read comics, books, newspapers, but I also used to like factual books as well, and I used to like things like the Guinness Book of Records, and I used to like reading about different facts. And as a young adult I used to read a lot, but then I was into like, oh look, he's adorable. I used to read more horror books. I was into things like Richard Lehman and Jean R. Coots, and to a lesser extent Stephen King. And I used to always have a book on the go. I couldn't get through the day if I didn't have a book that was ongoing, because I was always an insomniac and I never ever slept, so I would read through the night if I couldn't sleep. And then after I had my kids, I kind of stopped reading for a good few years, or I read seldomly. I expect these lights to change. Yeah, that's red. And this last few years, definitely since 2020, since lockdown, because I was furloughed for the best part of a year, that's when I started reading again, and I discovered a few book series that I really like. So now I'm back onto reading again. That is like my main thing. But yeah, the library was very much my favourite place, or one of my favourite places when I was younger. You could just go down there and grab a book and sequester yourself into a quiet corner and just read all day. And nobody told you to stop or get out, and people had to be quiet so you could really get reading done. Because I come from a very noisy household. Well, my childhood house was noisy, my adult house. We were always a quiet household. But yeah, as a kid it was like noise, 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 chaos, and I'd be, please be quiet, I just want to read my book. And it looks like just, yeah, we're heading down as a bit down Dixon Road. People have been requesting more Streets of Blackpool series, more walking around the streets, so I probably will start doing them as proper Streets of Blackpool videos, as in walking down the streets and commenting what I see and showing you the houses and stuff. But for now I'm just really doing walkabouts and vlogging. That's one of those words I have difficulty saying. There's a few. Sixth, it's in the sixth, it's in the fourth, the fifth, the sixth. That's a word I always have difficulty with. I don't know why. But it is what it is. I do my best. We've got these old church buildings here. Look at that. There's a lot of old church buildings in Blackpool to look at. Some of them have been pulled down, some of them have been converted into community centres and apartments, or flats as we call them in England. But I do like the buildings. Even though I'm not remotely religious, I do think that the buildings are beautiful. So yeah, let's just head on up here now. I'm going to look at the front of this gorgeous building. Look, you can see the front of the church. It says Methodist Church on the front. And we're just going to head up here and round the corner. This is Cocker Street. I do actually have Cocker Street on the Streets of Blackpool series, but it is a fairly oldish video. But we get to see a little bit of it today. But I am going to turn back round Lord Street and head on back into town, because I have got a little bit more shopping to do. So anyway guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm kind of still working on coming back properly. Just taking it day by day. But you know what to do. If you like the video, hit the like button, maybe subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I will see you all soon in the next video. Goodbye.